welcome back to NEN FAM. Today, we are talking all about periods. Please get permission from your parents before watching Period Talk. As you guys know, last year we created our period kits. We are going to restock all of those for our girls. And you guys know how it goes. We love to do giveaways during our back to school videos. And today we are giving away 9 period kits, one of every color. And so make sure you watch the entire video to find out how to enter. Okay, I am going to head to the store and get everything to stock these period kits, and then we'll come back here and ask all the questions.
I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want.
Alright guys, so I have Lily here. Lily's gonna help me. She's a pro at shopping for the period kit items. So we are going to get a bunch of stuff, and then I'm gonna go home and give it to all the girls. We're gonna stock their kit, you know, the whole thing for back to school, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna do that now.
Like oil blotters? Oh, they're right here. Oil. Right. Oh.
We've gathered most everything I think that we need. So are you gonna help me go compile the period kits with all the girls?
I actually have to go babysit Suede.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you anyway for helping
You're welcome.
me shop. You're a pro. All right, love you.
Love you too.
All right, guys, we will see you in just a minute. All right, guys, we are all back from shopping, and it's time to gather the girls. All right, we have got all of the girls gathered, and it's time to distribute the period kit that they choose. All right, we have changed where we're sitting position-wise a little bit because it was really hard for everybody to see. So we're all ready to go. Are you guys ready to choose your?
Yes.
I
go blue.
Wait, all right, I'm gonna do this. You tell me which one. Okay, ready? Light pink. All right.
Red.
Red.
This is like cheaper by the dozen.
There you go. Look alive.
Purple.
Blue. Dark blue.
Dark blue. Every other one.
Take a guess.
Cheetah.
Hey,
Pink.
remember guys, this is not the tester one. This one we're actually selling. The backpack is the tester one, but this one is not for sale, guys.
Yes, all right. And don't worry, I'm gonna have one of every single color for you guys, okay?
Okay, I understand.
Alright guys, so this is our 3rd year doing a period talk video. Long time, I know. So that means that we've already had questions that ourselves have had, siblings, sisters, and all that stuff. So we're actually going to answer a few of your guys' questions. So we put it back together with all of your guys' questions that we're gonna be answering today.
Yeah, kind of like big sister advice.
Alright, let's get started.
And I'm gonna give each of the girls an important product in between each of the questions.
So the first question is, why do I feel super emotional before or during my period? Okay, that's a good question.
Why do
So basically on your period, your hormones are all out of whack.
Yeah.
So I think there's actual phases throughout the week. You're either super mad, super hangry, everything's just
sad,
heightened.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's super heightened. And you guys, since there's a lot of girls here, let's just say we got the whole Inside Out movie over.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Did you guys pick up on that?
Sure did.
So sometimes it's kind of like hard to control your emotions, but what helps me like when I'm on my period is to just like read my book or like go on a walk or something. Kind of helps me like think about other things, not my emotions.
Yeah.
If that makes
Or
sense.
having a concert in your room, knowing your
Yeah.
siblings at night.
song. Basically anything to get your mind off of it, because you know, the last thing you want to be told is, are you on your period? Then that's the last thing you need
It's
to
like,
hear.
oh, I'm waiting for it to end.
Yeah.
All right, going along with emotions, I think that we should add Kleenexes to our
Teardrops are filled to the brim when it's time for period time, bro. We need some of these.
Yep, everyone take one.
I'm gonna need like.
What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Oh, what do I know? I need to open my eyes.
Hey girls, I just want to remind you that the suction cup is down in this lower pocket. If you want to go ahead and feed this little hook through it, this hook just makes it so that you can use it if there is like a little kind of like a hook on the back of the stall. But a lot of times you need it down within reach, and so I put it on the side of the stall wherever I'm sitting, and it just suction cups to the side of the stall. So
All right, guys, time for question number 2. This one says, is it true you can't wear white pants?
No.
If you
Oh
have,
my, that is lies.
Okay.
I always do.
Yeah, you can
You
wear.
just have to wear like a tampon. I feel
It's
like.
just
Very risky.
It's risky,
like,
but I would say wear a tampon. Don't wear a pad.
Okay,
I would say
I'm gonna
wear
say
a tampon and a pad.
Yeah,
wear both.
Guys, you don't have to stress about wearing either one of those, both of them, whatever. If you just have a trusted like brand that works well for you, because there's different varieties for everyone, wear that one. Make sure that you're on a regular scheduled time of like when you need to change or when you like need to like go somewhere or something, and like just be aware of like, do I have an extra pair of pants? Do I have extra just be prepared.
Just in case.
You don't have to be nervous
Yeah.
unless you're unprepared.
Yeah, but that's a lie. You could totally wear white pants when you're
Yeah, that's. I don't know who came up with that, but I did low-key go through all like middle school fearing wearing white pants. I don't think I owned one pair of white pants.
So speaking of that, we got some tampons.
all right, so I just want to also say it's really, really important that our subscribers out there talk to their parents before using a tampon and just make sure that that's kind of what your family is okay with. And so each of my girls have talked to me, and I went through and explained like how they use and everything, and it's just such a private thing, so make sure you discuss this with your parents. All right, so these are kind of awesome tampons because they actually are tiny, because you can
they're mighty.
click them out.
Tiny
So
but
how
mighty.
that works, let me just show you really quickly, is you just tear off this little top, and then when you pull it out, don't touch the bottom, be very aware of that. But this part's not clicked into place yet, so you gotta lift it and hear it click. Once it's clicked into place, then you can use it. So it just makes it nicer because it's not so large to try to fit into your period kit. So we love.
We know.
I'm not gonna actually be adding tampons to the giveaway period kits because that's kind of a parental decision, so I will leave it up to parents out there. All right, guys, there's also little kind of areas here like pockets that you can put tampons in and so forth, but again, we're not sending tampons out to our subscribers. Okay, and also when it comes to tampons, there are different sizes. There's like small, regular, super, and super plus, and it shows you right there in the top of packages usually like what that means. It just means that these are the most absorbent of all of the different sizes. All right, we are ready for the next question. Who's got the bag?
Oh,
Nay.
okay, it says, why do I feel bloated or gross on my periods? Because your body retains more water and salts.
That's what people call it, shark.
Shark water.
Okay, your
That's
body
actually
retains more water because of just like certain hormones that you have in your body. And sometimes they suggest that like maybe having less sodium will help you be less bloated, but I'm not really for sure about that. But that's what I think what you're talking about with this.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know the answer to
Yeah, I
that,
didn't know
so
the
I
answer
just learned
to that
something
either.
new. I always thought you were bloated because like, you just always tend to eat more. When you're on your period.
It's not really because you're full. I think it really is just like the hormones in your body.
No, like
just
literally
really
everything's
help you
bloated.
retain water, So
Yeah.
just because you ate a big lunch isn't gonna make you feel like bloated everywhere, but you just do feel bloated everywhere.
I feel bloated in my
Yeah.
face.
All right, we're ready for the next product. Speaking of bloating, I think Midol actually works a lot with that. At least it says it on the outside.
That is the only thing that ever helps with my time of the month. Tylenol, maybe. But this, right as I take it, 5 minutes after, I'm good.
Oh, but make sure you ask your
I got
parents to
none.
use this.
Yeah.
Any medication, we actually won't be sending in our period kits just because, again, that is up to your parents. But this is the one that we recommend. We really like Midol. It helps with cramps and it says it helps with bloating. I don't know, but we like it. Sometimes you just feel downright miserable on your period. And so that's when it's time to just like snuggle up with a comfy blanket and just
Snuggle up with your
read or, you know, but also make sure that you let people around you know that you're feeling pretty miserable because a lot of times your parents can help you with that too.
Okay, next question. Can you get your period twice in 1 month?
Yeah.
Yes.
It just
happens to me all the time.
Yes. It sucks.
depends.
Like
Guys.
it just comes and I'm like, what the heck?
And you're not
prepared,
prepared,
like, oh, it's only like once a
That's
month.
why it's really important to just learn about yourself, talk to your
Like, there's a
mom.
period app that you can actually follow with.
Yeah,
There's also one that's already on your phone. It's
Yeah.
called Health.
Oh, yeah.
And so
There's like a lot of things you can do to just know, like when you grow up, like I'm 18 now and I've kind of memorized like every single time, and you should feel like kind of different once you know you're about to start. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Never felt that way. For me, like the day I started my period, like okay, I remember that. So then the next time I start my period, it kind of like is the same day. So it's like I know like when to like assume it's gonna.
It's a forbidden holiday that nobody wants to see come around.
So what's helpful to know is to keep a schedule. That really does help because periods usually come every like 28, like 32 days right in there. But also know that when you're young and just starting that cycle happening, your body doesn't quite get on a schedule yet. Sometimes it's all over the place. Sometimes you'll have 2 periods in 1 month or you'll go a couple months without a period.
Yeah.
But I would also suggest like if you have been regular for a long time and suddenly you don't have a period for a really long time, also let your mom or your doctor know just to make sure that everything's okay because periods are actually healthy for your body. It's your body's way of just shedding everything that was getting ready in your uterus and letting that go and starting that cycle back again so that one day you will be able to have precious babies. So it's actually a really good healthy
It
thing
makes
for
you
your
even
body.
have healthy babies because if you never have a period, you'll never have a baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's not a good thing.
It's a good thing for your
Look
body.
forward to the good thing for your body to be in pain for 2 weeks.
All right. Anyway, our next product that we're adding to our period kits are the period underwear. These are actually our brand. I'm going to put these into the period kits that we send out to you guys. Everyone can take one of these. So there is 4 different sizes and you can get them in the store or online. We're going to add these to the period kits in whatever size the winners end up requesting. But we can pass these out. One thing that's really, really good about these period underwear, they're super beneficial, like how you guys were talking about when you're wearing light colored clothing and there's going to be like a spillover. I wouldn't wear these all day. I feel like I've tried lots of different period underwear and they don't last me all day long without anything else, but they're really helpful to wear with like a small pad, or if you're able to wear a tampon, they're perfect because then if there is a little bit of leakage, it just goes into this and it doesn't get all over your clothes. So
These are what you would wear when you're wearing my pants.
Yes.
Yeah, really
Exactly.
It's easy to tell that she's a pro. This girl is getting out of control. The boys I know hear her peaks and jumps as she wiggle with her hum. Like a flash, she shines, reaching out to the stars. So easy to tell that she's a pro. This girl.
Alright, it's my turn to answer. Okay. Can I still go swimming? Yes.
No.
Wait, guys, actually,
You
can't
these
go swimming.
people just made
kids.
but here's the thing.
Let me
You don't
say it.
bleed
Let me
in
say it.
water.
You don't bleed when you're in water, so technically you can go swimming whenever. But I would say
Right,
not
you
to
don't
wear a
bleed
pad.
when
No,
you're
don't wear pads in the water.
But
Wear
listen,
tampons.
but actually these people just made period swimsuits.
And also, just because you don't bleed in water does not mean you shouldn't wear anything with it. You should not. You
Wear a
should be-
tampon, not a pad.
Yes, listen.
But just know, worst case scenario,
You should be fine, but that means like you're staying in the water and somehow you're gonna book it to the bathroom because right as you're out of the water, like you can't just.
like when you
it
get out of
happens.
the shower, like.
But guys, do not wear a pad. My first time ever being on my time of the month, I went into a lake and let's just say, the pad was floating at the top.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was not girls.
So definitely don't
Actually-
ever wear pads
Yeah.
to go swimming or go in water because pads are made to be very absorbent and so they're going to absorb all of the water and you're going to literally be wearing a full diaper. Have you ever seen like a little baby in an actual diaper swimming? It gets totally full of water. Don't want to wear pads in the water. So my suggestion is if your parents are okay with a tampon, that's perfect. You want to wear a tampon while you're swimming. Also, what a good idea to come out with period swimsuits. That's like the biggest invention ever. And so yeah, I would definitely look that up. As far as like not bleeding when you're in water. I feel like you do bleed less when you're in water, but
thought you
I agree with Sadie that you would have to like run to the bathroom. So I don't know that I would go with no protection, especially if
What if
you're
you can't?
yeah, but like I'm
don't
just
know
saying.
how to use a tampon.
They get period
Then you just don't go swimming.
I'm just saying, if you, I'm just saying, if you were to go boating and you were on the boat for like 6 hours, you wouldn't be able to do that. But like, if you were to like go to the pool real quick, or like go in your backyard and go to the pool, you can go swimming.
really fast there, yeah. It's not gonna hurt you to go swimming, like just because you're on your period, nothing's gonna happen to you. It's just that you maybe could leak a little bit. So I would definitely talk to your mom about that as well. But definitely if you're like at the heaviest part of your period, I would not advise going swimming without anything. You know, if you're on the lighter days, maybe you'll be okay. But again, that is at your discretion, whatever you're kind of thinking.
I think we should start a thing where like if you are in your time limit, you just get a free reign of just staying home and just doing that.
Yeah, no school.
Sweet. No school.
No
that's
school.
like for 2 weeks.
You guys, it is not that bad. You
Yes,
really
not
need
that
Yes,
I'm
let's
being
be
honest.
Hey, you don't know because it's different for everybody.
That's true. Some people it is really, really hard. For me, I'm 50 years old and I've been having periods now for like what, 35 years.
years.
And
35?
you know, it doesn't stop me from living life. Like it's okay. But
I
if you do
mean-
have really bad symptoms, for sure, talk to your caregiver, your doctor, your mom, anybody that you can talk to that you can trust about helping you with those symptoms. All right, speaking of pads, again, don't wear these when you're swimming, but pads come in all different sizes. So really like try out the different sizes and see what works best for you. The tiny little panty liner size is really good when your period is light. And so I like to put these in for like when you didn't know you were gonna start your period and you just wanna have these just in case type thing. I like to have these when I know my period's gonna start soon, but I haven't actually started yet. That way, in case I do start like off schedule, I'm okay. But if you're actually in a heavy flow, you're gonna want a heavier type of pad. These ones are really great because they actually have wings on them, and so you can wrap them around the sides of your underwear. So we're gonna show you how that works.
I like it, I go la 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 la. I like it, I just want.
You put the wider part of the pad towards the back, and you just place it down and push it down, the sticky part right in the center. And then these little tabs right here, you peel off the little paper to reveal the sticky
I'm just
portion.
gonna tell you guys though, it feels like you're wearing a diaper.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does feel a little bit
can't really
uncomfortable. You get used to it though. And you wrap these around the sides right here, because whenever you do leak, it's gonna be out the sides of your pad, and so that actually helps prevent a lot of leaks right there. So that's how you wear those. And then yeah, and they're pretty discreet. Like you can't really tell that someone's wearing a pad from the back.
Don't wear leggings with pads.
Yeah, some like really thin fabrics maybe. So yeah, you'll just have to like look and make sure in the mirror that it looks fine. But for the most part, I don't think you can really see that you're wearing them. All right, so pass these out. You want to have at least one of the heavier in case you're on a heavier day.
I already got paid in mine.
Here's the regular.
I just want the small ones.
Here's the regular, and then here is the smaller one.
Mm.
Also, speaking of pads, is they make overnight pads, which are
or
like
overnight underwear.
super awesome. So at nighttime, you know, while you're asleep, that's the time most people actually end up leaking, and it's not very comfortable. Wake up and you've leaked on your bed sheets. And so these are awesome. They're a little bit larger. They're larger in the back because usually you're laying down, and so you know gravity pulls everything to the back. And so these are really nice.
This is really nice.
With little hack, some people probably won't like do this, but if you're like Lululemon, like comfortable, like biker shorts or something, then you usually won't leak.
It is helpful for you to not
Yeah.
leak when you wear. I've never tried that.
If you've ever bled through like in your underwear and you don't have an extra pair, what you can do is you can just put like a pad, like temporary, but you put a pad on, so then it's like new underwear, so you don't feel like it's dirty, but like
Yeah.
you still need to change your underwear, but
Yeah, but if you're in a lurch, like you're somewhere that you don't have an extra pair of underwear, that is a good idea. See how the back is really, really large, so that's helpful. So when you're sleeping, everything gravity can pull down that way.
Low-key,
And it's
when I'm
less
on my time of the month, I usually don't even hang out. I just don't want to go through the hassle of
really?
being like, I literally have to set timers on my phone. I'm like, hey, this, and I'm like, my friends have to be like, come on. I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'll just
I
stay
don't
home."
feel like hanging out. You know what? Just do you. Some people feel like hanging out and just living normal lives, and other people just feel like curling up in a ball with a good book and a blanket, and you just do whatever makes you feel
On
best.
other hand, I just like to sit there and eat ice cream.
Go ahead, Elsie.
Is it okay to sleep with a pad or a tampon?
it is. It's like up to 8 hours, but like normally I like just naturally wake up like after 8 hours, so I think it's totally fine.
Oh, so maybe it's just a me thing. Yeah, it's just you. You're guilty.
It just says on the packaging that they suggest that you change out your tampon and remove it within every like 8 hours, and so usually you can get through a full night's rest wearing a tampon. But again, any of these questions, it's really important that you ask your doctor, your medical professional, if you have any questions concerning your health, because there is some really serious things called toxic shock syndrome that you can get from either scraping the lining of your uterus while putting in or out a tampon, or leaving a tampon in too long and those kind of things. Again, that's why it's really, really important to talk to your parents and your doctor about using a tampon. All right, Elsie, are you ready to see the next product?
Yeah.
Okay, now listen, I don't want to hear all your comments. I know that you're all gonna go crazy, but
I use diapers and all.
it's
Those are literally for nighttime.
they make it so nice to sleep, and you don't have to worry about your
Wait, that's
pad
for in here?
kind of going. No, I'm not gonna put these.
Oh,
in the
I was
period.
like, yeah, we never use
I'm not gonna
this.
put these in the period kits, but I was thinking that they are just good to show the audience,
nighttime.
because I didn't know about this till like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's on the, especially on the really heavy days.
Saying something.
It is exactly, that's saying something. It's really nice to be able to just not have like your pad shift to the side, or you have it too far forward and you bleed out the back. Like, this is just really helpful that way. So I thought I would show you guys, because I know you're all gonna
No,
comment.
I had to use them. I started it after we didn't get into the black
Like
people.
Captain
I got so
Underpants. I
stressed.
actually used to.
And I
We're gonna look like Captain Underpants.
If you're really heavy on your period,
You want a tummy tuck, maybe. Remember when I made you buy them for me?
I know they're reacting, but guys, I am telling you, you just get a way better night's sleep, especially
Those things look like they can last
especially if
longer
your
than
period is really heavy. It helps you get a good night's sleep, because nothing moves around. It all stays right there, and I just never have problems with sleep. All right, on to the next question.
Get up on it and do. Get up on it and do. My channel's starting on.
Alright, the next question is, can I flush my pads and
No.
tampons down the toilet?
Bro, that's literally what it says at the restaurant.
The toilet.
That's why there's the little garbage cans by
it.
clogs the toilet.
Whoever thought, like, I think that, like, I knew that even at the age of, like, right as I started, like,
Yeah.
you don't put them there.
That's why there's those
But some
little
people
garbage
don't know that.
cans.
So yes,
Let
not.
me explain to you why. So a toilet, the hole looks plenty big enough, right, to be able to flush something big. But what happens is inside of the toilet and then the back of the toilet, it does like this P-trap thing where it goes down and back up and down. So there's a lot of curves, and it will not make the curves. And whoever takes care of your, like, you know, maintenance at your house will not be happy with you if you flush your tampon or your pad. Especially not your pad, but even your tampon, even though it looks really small, it flares out when it's fully open, and it is actually can cause clogs.
Dad
So-
has came in multiple times and got
Yes.
real mad.
Like, girls, stop flushing your tampons. Okay, so that would be a no. Do not flush.
All right, on to the next.
Wait. Before you get to the next question, Sadie, let's do the next product. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
These are so cool. I'm actually so excited for these. Okay, so when you're in the bathroom stall and you have this sitting there, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't have that little itty bitty garbage can in there. Have you ever been in bathrooms like that? Like bathrooms that are more just kind of like maybe in smaller
It really
restaurants
sucks.
or whatever.
I got cool.
And so you're like, how am I gonna get rid of this pad that I just took off? So look at this. These are so awesome. These are fab little bags, and it's so cool. So you pull them out. They're just small. You just put your fingers right through here, and you can open it up, and that's where you can stick all of the.
Yeah, and like at some restaurants they have those. You can put it in and then you can just throw it away after.
At Pizza
Pretty
Pasta
nice.
Factory.
But that way, you put your stuff in there, you close it, and then you can just walk out of the stall and just toss it in the trash. You don't have to leave it or be tempted to flush it. Just, again, never flush. So why don't you guys each take a few of these to add to your period kit? All right, adding these to the kit.
All right, next question.
Next question. All right, Sadie,
All
get ready
right,
for your question.
on to the next.
Ooh la
Which
la.
says, what exactly is a period and why do I get it? Well, we're gonna keep it easy so you can have
And what it is you bleed usually once a month, but some people, some bodies bleed like multiple times.
Shed.
The thing is, like, your body needs to bleed for you to have babies. I don't know why, but You bleed usually 1 week out of a month. Some people bleed more, but usually just 1 week out of that.
Everybody's cycle lasts different. Some people have like a really small period that only lasts like 3 or 4 days, and some people bleed for over a week. That's kind of uncommon. Again, if you are bleeding for a really long time, like, you know, multiple weeks in a row, again, that is something to talk to your parents about and talk to your medical professional about. So as far as I understand what a period is your body has like these little tiny eggs, basically, right? And every single month you ovulate, which means an egg comes out from like the little sacs that hold it, and the egg comes down and it implants itself on the side of your uterus, preparing that little egg could become a baby. But then when it is not becoming a baby, it starts building up the sides of your uterus and filling up with like all of the different tissues and blood things that happen. And then once a month, that all sheds off when that little egg didn't get to become a baby. Does that make sense? So it sheds off. So every single month you're ovulating and it's going to the side of your uterus, building up, getting ready to have a baby, and then when you don't, and then it just comes out.
It's just shedding all of the
Shedding all of that.
all of
shedding
your
all the
stuff.
preparation to have a baby. So that's just
I
what
don't
it is.
really know how to say it without
Again, it's just preparing
Alright,
for one day to
that
have a
was a
baby.
good way to
So
explain.
periods are a good thing. All right, our next product, you're not gonna expect this, but it actually is really nice. So sometimes with those hormones that come along with your period, guys, you end up getting kind of oilier skin than
And
normal.
breaking out skin.
Yes.
You're
so
not in your prime when you're in
a little bit helpful is these oil control films. We are gonna put these in our teen emergency kits as well, but it's nice to have them in here too so that you just always have it with you wherever you are. These are always so nice, guys, to put in your purse. Like if you're going somewhere, you know, you're going to like, I don't know, a theme park, or you're just gonna go anywhere and you're on that time of the month, it's just really nice to have your period kit with you when you're on your active period because it just is so helpful in the bathroom stall. And this is so nice to have when you need it.
Also, usually when on your period, you break out. So what you can do is you can pull it out of here, and then Navy taught me this, I didn't know, but you can take off like the little sticky thing. There we go.
It's like
And you can just go like this, and then you pull it back out, and it just pulls it off, and then you can,
And it stays sticky.
yeah, and it stays sticky. You just put it back, and you can just wipe your face.
I know, I'm
whenever you
so
get
oily right now.
Let's see. When you don't think you're oily,
But it's better to
you really are.
pat.
So-
Pat.
Yeah,
If
show
you're
how
wearing,
much oil it collected.
if you're wearing
And you,
makeup,
I don't even know. I
pat.
didn't know I was oily.
Yeah.
But I'm not really wearing any makeup, so it's not like
Yeah, but if you're wearing makeup, like a full face of makeup, make sure you pat, don't rub, because it will
But
really
yeah,
mess up your makeup.
there's a lot of oil in there. So
Awesome. All right, let's answer the next question.
All right, let's see what we get. Okay, how do I know when it's coming?
Kind of don't know.
like we said before, you
So,
kind of
you
just
kinda
feel
just
it.
feel
Me, I know when it's coming is because my app, it tells me. Because when I get my period, I like log on it and it like tells me like when the next time I'm gonna have my.
So that's on like an Apple device. They have an app that's called Health, and you're able to enter that information in. I'm sure there's lots of other apps. If you have a Samsung or a different kind of phone, I'm sure there's a ton of different apps too. So just look up like a period schedule, something, and I bet you can find a lot of really helpful
You
apps.
low-key kind of nail it though. Like I've nailed my period so well that I know it happens 3 days before the end of every single month. Like it's always 3 days before. So it's usually if you know your body super well, or you have an app, or you just kind of let it happen.
But like the
Some
first,
people are
the
right.
first time you start your period, you kind of like, you don't know. You just start like
I would say
randomly.
even the first year that you're on
yeah,
your
but then
period,
again,
it's like-
sometimes it's random. Like when you're around a lot of girls, sometimes you get Bluetooth.
Yeah.
That's very
that's
true.
true.
Have you guys heard that Bluetooth? It's like when you're around somebody or a lot of
For a
girls that
while.
are actually on that time of the month, it's crazy, but like the pheromones and the hormones are in the air, and it's crazy, and it can actually have make you start your period as well, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's a curse. Like
Especially
every
if you're
single
with them
time.
a lot. Like if you're with them a ton for several months in a row, you
Which
usually
sucks
sync
for
up
boys.
and you're all on the period.
Which
at the same time.
especially
So
sucks for us because there's 11 girls.
Yeah,
So
and
we're all
I'm pretty
in-
sure for the past 3 months, at least some of us have synced up.
Yeah.
When we were in Hawaii,
All of us.
synced up.
It
Me,
was
my mom,
actually
Paisley,
terrible.
Delaney.
Every
It
single
was so bad.
We were all in a bad mood.
Everybody except for me.
Not a good time.
Dad,
Not
Luke, Ledger, Beckham
They're
took
like,
cover.
we're out. We're taking cover. All right. Anyway, on to the next product. So we are going to go with
Massage, because when you're on your period, you break out.
But wait, but it's weird because for me, I don't ever really break out on my period. I either break out way before or
Yeah,
way
same.
after. It's never like when I'm on it.
I usually know I'm gonna start my period if I start breaking out. Then
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna start my period and breaking out or something. All right, take a few of these. They're super cute. Let
We
me
also
show you.
have these in our emergency kit.
What's nice about these is, you know, sometimes if you have a blemish that's super angry with you, like super red or has like a white head on it, but you can't pop it yet, or just anyway, it's kind of sometimes nicer to have like a little cute star or a little cute heart or something like that. This sort of came in clutch for me when I was younger. Do you know that one time I literally did miss school because of a pimple on my chin? That's how bad it was.
Which I have
It
right
was so big that it literally filled up my cleft in my chin, and my chin was like out to here and swollen and red. My cute grandma felt so bad for me. She like went like this, like rubbed my face, and I was like, it hurts so bad. I didn't even go to school. That's how bad it was. This would have been really helpful back then. All right, so pimple patches distributed. Okay, on to the next question.
For you to say that we had
Next question. What helps with your period without medicine?
Heating pad.
Heating pad.
Heating pads.
Food.
Those are the best. And food.
Heating pad.
Food just makes you feel
It's
like
different for
comfort.
everyone though.
Yeah, it's different for everyone. I wouldn't say foods should always be a healthy
Going to the
go-to.
gym.
Yeah, but like,
because that can cause also some other problems. And so I would just try to eat healthy. Actually, is one way.
I don't eat
heard.
junk food.
I've actually
low-key,
heard that
got
from
a
a
bowl of
nurse.
strawberries. Got a bowl of strawberries. Did you see some strawberries?
Yeah, I think the most thing that I crave is ice cream.
Me too.
Yes, it actually that can backfire on you when you have unhealthy foods. It can actually make you feel worse. So I would try to have the healthiest diet that you can possibly have. But if now and then you're like, oh, I just need a bowl of ice cream, then you know that's up to you and your family. But for me, I have noticed when I eat healthy and I continue to work out in the mornings that my periods are way less painful. Also, heating pads work. What else?
Concert. If you
Drinking water.
doing stuff that
Some
makes you
good,
happy
like,
is the best way.
vitamins. Yeah.
Hitting ab day.
There are some natural things out there that you can take. I just don't know any of them really well enough to recommend them, but I know that Hers Time, is it called Hers Time?
Yeah, it's like a drinking, like a little powder.
a
you
lot
put
of
in your
Ginger
drink.
shots.
I've never tried the one that they're talking about, but Rebecca Zamalo came out with this. It's actually in Walmart. I haven't personally tried it a ton myself, but it's actually supposed to be really helpful with keeping all of your hormones in balance. Again, with any of these types of things, make sure you ask your parents. We're not actually going to put these in the period kits, but I just thought I would show them. I don't have a ton of experience with these, so I can't really speak to how well they work, but I thought it was a nice idea that to not have medication, to have something to go to. And they're cute. They're like a little heart-shaped placed right on your lower tummy. Those are fun. All right, next question.
Next question.
What if I leak through my clothes?
Change.
You gotta change and wash them.
Yeah.
And put in a new tampon
What
pad.
I do is, in order to like get the stain out, I just put in every little like what is it called? Like spray.
Potion.
Out. I
Hey,
drink a potion of
but
stuff to
I
get
think-
cleaned out, and then I throw it in, and somehow it
I
works.
think they're also talking about like on the go wise, so like a tight stick, and you kind of wipe. That's a stain remover.
Yeah.
Like also, like I said,
But
prepare for the worst.
just try
expect
to
that.
prevent having them by changing your tampon or pad every like
couple hours.
Yeah,
hour.
every 2 hours.
2
so it
hours,
doesn't leak.
like-
But speaking of that, if that ever does happen and you're like, what am I gonna do? I can't even leave the bathroom stall. There are these which have come in handy before for me. In fact, one time a cute lady was like noticing that I was like really struggling and stressed in the bathroom, and she handed me like 3 of these. I'm like, thank you so much. So
Did it work?
these come in handy. Yes, they do. All right, so everyone take a few of
I'll take
these.
some.
We're gonna put these
Give me my money.
in the period kit. All right, next question, Elsie.
How much blood do you lose?
It feels like gallons, but it's actually only like.
Couple
It's
tablespoons.
not too much. Can
No,
you
I'm pretty
believe
sure
it?
it's
It looks like a lot, but it is not actually that much.
Yeah.
As much as you
It's
think.
1 to 5 teaspoons.
Tablespoon.
Oh.
It looks
That's
like
okay.
a lot because it's also, like you mentioned a lot of times, there's certain other fluids or like things coming out of your body, so it like makes it look like a lot.
But saying that, everyone's a little bit different, and some people actually are quite heavy on their periods, and some people are really light. And for the most part, that's okay. We're just all different. But again, if you're super duper heavy, that might be something you want to talk to your parents about as well. All right, next product we are moving on to. We have a whole bunch of different wipes, and I'm going to explain the difference between them, all right? Okay, first, we are going to do these individually wrapped sanitizing hand wipes. So you have to use a porta potty. These come in really clutch if you cannot like actually wash your hands.
Yeah.
It just feels nice to get them actually wet and get them all clean. So we're gonna hand these out. All right, poking these in here. All right, and next we This wipey, this is more for the toilet, right? So this is like a disinfecting wipe. You do not want to use this on your body. If they don't have that little toilet seat cover, or if you like go into the stall and it does not look clean on that toilet seat, you can grab one of these and wipe it off, get all clean. Or even like, again, when you have to use one of the porta potties, these come in clutch. Here you go.
Instead of putting these in my period kits, can I put them in my backpack?
No, you put them in my Jinko.
Look alive.
There you go. Look alive.
All right, let's hear the next question.
How do I ask a teacher to go to the bathroom if I'm on my period?
Literally just
Say,
ask her.
can I go to the bathroom?
Just say,
If it's a guy, just say, can I go to the bathroom?
Shorts,
If they say
can you
no,
come get
if
me
they
from
say
the
no,
bathroom?
even if you're not on my period.
Why'd you yell?
You say Sharp's gonna come get me.
being for real, you just be like, hey, like, can I use the bathroom? If they say no, just be like, it's really important. Can I go?
No.
Or you say it's an emergency.
Yes.
No, low key, that's, you just gotta, if it does depend on the teacher. If it's a girl teacher and you're just like, it's really important, then she's like, oh my gosh, yes, you go. But if it's a guy one, he's not gonna let you go. You have to be like, I'm on my time of the month, let me go.
Or
And I'll let you go.
you can always call your parents.
Or the guy will feel really tired.
Yeah, and opt you out of school because you're on your period.
I would say that most teachers are understanding, and if you say it's kind of an emergency, I really need to use the restroom, most of them I think will let you go, whether they're a man or a woman. All right, next product. All right, I have these wipes, and I know I just gave you lots of wipes, but it's very important that you keep straight the different wipes. Okay, the ones that I gave you before are for your hands, sanitizing your hands. Then the second ones I gave you were for sanitizing the toilet seats, right? But these are for actually feminine wipes. Okay, so this is what you can use to actually wipe instead of toilet paper. But you do not want to use those other wipes I gave you for sanitary wipes. Got it? All right, here, I'll throw some. Woo! Woo!
Okay, next question. How do I deal with cramps when I'm sitting in class all day?
I couldn't
You
tell
call your mom.
Or you take my
Yeah, you
off.
call your
If
parents.
you have water, drink some water. If you have some
A banana. Eat a banana.
Yeah, if you have gum, chomp some gum so it will
Distract you. And I would say again, like if you're in a lot of pain, just go ask your teacher if you can go call your mom. Also, like if your family's okay with medication, that would be a good time to maybe take some medication to help ease that pain. So awesome. All right, next product is these teeny tiny little hand sanitizers. I love them because they are just like so cute, and they're kind of like this flat, so you can fit them really easily in your period kit. And yeah, they're just fun, and there are lots of yummy little smells and flavors. So everyone can have one of these.
Okay, next question. Is it normal to cry over nothing?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I do that even when I have my
Like,
period.
it's so bad. Like, I just
randomly start crying out of the blue. Like,
Oh, I can't so just sit here and cry.
it's so normal because all your emotions are heightened that it's just very.
It's so bad though because like you just feel like you have like a gut feeling in there.
You just feel like
the emo.
ice cream. You just gotta get some moonbeam ice cream, then you'll feel better.
Moonbeam ice cream, taking off your blue jeans.
All right, now it's time to talk about some other products that, you know, I just want to show you what they are because I might as well be knowledgeable. I just learned about these like a few years ago because Kennedy actually told me about them. But what it is it's called a cup. It's a soft menstrual cup. You have to go through and boil it and make sure it's really clean, and so it's a little bit of an effort. But she just tells us that once it's all clean and you learn how to use it, it just totally is awesome. She doesn't have to, you know, change out tampons all day. It like lasts for hours and hours and hours. So maybe look into that and see if it's something that you would like.
because one cup
Yeah, and
equals
it doesn't
5
have any like the bad
tampons.
stuff in
Look,
that
it says
tampons.
one cup
Yeah,
equals
it's
5
really-
tampons.
It's supposed to be like just kind of a healthy alternative, and yeah, so I haven't ever tried them, but Kennedy swears by them. Okay, and then secondly, we have similarly, it's called a soft disc, and it's kind of the same type of thing. These ones, however, are disposable. This one is not. You just have to keep washing it out and keep cleaning it and sanitizing it. These are disposable, and what they are is it's the same kind of thing. Like you just insert it the same way, and it like holds all of it all day long. So basically at the end of the day, you take it out. Sorry. That's right. I know. It's embarrassing to look at, but this goes in the same way, I guess, as like a tampon. So you just insert it like that, and then it opens up when it's inside of you, and it catches everything.
Last question.
Does chocolate really help? Yes!
Not really. It actually breaks
Yes.
Ice cream does. Ice cream makes me so much happier when I'm on my
Yeah,
period.
me too.
chocolate.
Or actually,
Hey. All right, last I wanted to give you guys something because this is really important actually. So when you're on that time of the month especially, you just like you sweat more. I think your sweat even smells stronger than normal and you're oily more and the smells sometimes can get really bad. So it's super important to have good hygiene, like super important.
Even when you're not on your period.
I would suggest that for sure when you're on that time of the month that you shower every single day.
2 times a day.
Yeah, and sometimes 2 times a day, like before bed and when you wake up, whatever
you don't have to shower your hair. Like, just shower your body.
Sometimes I think that for me, I have to shower my hair almost every day when I'm on that time of the month because you do get oilier.
Wait.
It's hard for me to shower
We didn't say this. Another way to help cramps is go in the shower and turn it really hot.
Oh yeah, that was
Or
a
go in
good
the
one.
bathtub.
So yeah, remember that. That's another good way to feel better is a lot of times when you get in the warm showers. But I have got each of you girls like a really nice kind of cleanser and a loofah just to encourage nice hygiene and healthy habits. All right guys, and with every single color of period kit that we're sending out to the subscribers, we will add the same cleanser and loofah just to help encourage nice hygiene as well. All right guys, we are done with our period kit video, but now it is time to be able to tell you guys how to enter to win a period kit for yourself. So first of all, you must be subscribed. Subscribe to all of the channels. We have got, let's see, Not Enough Nelson, NEN FAM, Paisley and Presley, Just Cass, Kennedy K, Trizzy, and all of their channels so that we know you are a true NEN FAM member. And then second, you just have to comment down below what is one item that we didn't show in our period kit that you would add if you were to add an item. All right? Yeah. That is it. That is all you have to do to enter. We're going to choose 9 lucky subscribers to enter one of every single color. All right, guys.
And our next goal to hit